But first, more on Jon minus Kate. Today, national correspondent Amy Robach has the details. Good morning, Amy.
Meredith, good morning to you. On their reality show last night, Jon and Kate Gosselin confirmed the news that's been talked about for weeks now. The parents of 8-year-old twins and 5-year-old sextuplets are splitting up. In a much-hyped hour-long episode that aired last night, a distraught-looking Jon and Kate Gosselin announced that they would be splitting up.
Kate and I have decided to separate.
I'm not very fond of the idea, personally, but I know it's necessary.
Although it's obvious Jon and Kate can't agree on much these days, one thing they are on the same page about is they both think a separation is the best thing for their 8 kids.
It's very, very difficult. It is going to be the best and the most peaceful, I'm hoping, for them.
It's going to be different, you know, but I think it also shows that we're here for our kids.
But their breakup will bring changes.
The kids will remain living in their house. I will remain here as well during my portion of having them. Jon will also come here when it is his days, and we will flip-flop that way.
Over the past few months, the couple has been the target of tabloid fodder with speculation about infidelity on both sides that was driving them apart. Since season 5 began, Jon and Kate Plus 8 has enjoyed a rating boost. The season premiere watched by nearly 10 million viewers, more than double their average audience. What will come of the show and of the family itself is unknown, but their announcement marks the first step in putting to rest the ongoing rumors that surround this family.
The future of this show is really uncertain. America fell in love with a mother, a father, and 8 children living under the same roof. The second you start to split them up, you start to split up your audience too.
Jon and Kate will go their separate ways for now, but the success of the show may well depend on how this real-life drama plays out over the remainder of this season.
The show must go on. I will continue to be here, be with the kids, do the same things I've always done with them.
It's day by day for me. I don't know what's going to happen.
Both Jon and Kate have talked about the pressure that fame and media attention put on their marriage, but Kate conceded that the split would have played out whether the world was watching or not. Meredith.
Amy Robach, thank you very much. Kate Coyne is senior editor at People magazine. Good morning to you, Kate.
Good morning.
Last night's episode, very sad, but any surprises?
There were some surprises. Certainly not the news that they were separating. I think a lot of people were expecting that for quite some time. But I think the depth of emotion that was shown and certain things that were said by both Jon and Kate were somewhat more revealing than what we've been seeing certainly in the past few weeks.
Can you give me an example of that, Kate?
Well, I think Jon talking about the fact that I found it interesting, his choice of words, that he's excited, hurt and excited, but excited that he's 32 and this is a new chapter in his life.
So he's basically moved on.
It speaks a little bit to where he is emotionally, and certainly the place where Kate is emotionally. I think it was really heartbreaking when she talked about not wanting to be alone. She's so often portrayed as a control freak and somebody who's just so hard driving. She herself even said last night that she sometimes comes off as crass.
Yeah, and yet she is the one who filed for divorce, not Jon.
Right, and she issued a statement that I think for now is a little bit cryptic, saying that she felt compelled to do this.
Yeah, let me read the statement, because she said, over the course of this weekend, Jon's activities have left me no choice but to file legal procedures in order to protect myself and our children. Do you have any idea what she means by that?
I don't. I can only imagine that for her to file first, given her reluctance to even take this step, she must have truly felt compelled to do so.
What happens to this show now, Kate?
It will be going on hiatus for several weeks. So Jon and Kate, certainly Jon and Kate as it once existed, is already well over. But there will be, in the coming week, a retrospective showing where the family has been over the past 10 years. And then they're going to take a little break to let the family adjust, to let Jon and Kate adjust to whatever their new normal is going to be.
You know, I find it interesting that they say the show had nothing to do with the separation, because at one point, certainly Jon was saying he didn't want to do the show. Kate was saying it was important to do the show. They changed as people as a result of doing the show. So what impact do you think the show did have on their decisions to separate?
What's interesting is Jon's been saying he doesn't want to be on the show. Okay, well now they're separating, and he said last night, I'll still be in the show. I think that there were fundamental problems in this marriage that had nothing to do with the cameras being there. Kate even said that quite clearly last night. And I think more than anything, it's the level of media scrutiny they've had the past 6 months. And not so much the show, which existed for 3.5 years before paparazzi ever cared about this couple, that's really started to take its toll.
All right, Kate Coyne, as always, thank you very much for joining us this morning.